Yay Networks.
You're listening to the Chatty Daddies podcast.
Hey! I'm trying not to get spooked. I'm trying not to be rough. That's why I've been practicing in the shower.
Well, I was going to say, you were just telling that story the other
Yeah.
day.
Oh, you weren't here, Nick.
No.
So in the shower now, we're most vulnerable in the shower when you're doing your hair, when you're, washing your hair, conditioning, whatever, because your eyes are closed. But now, when I'm washing my hair, when I open my eyes up again, I open them up, but I'm bowing up. Just in case there's like a guy that broke in and he's like waiting for me to open my eyes and he has a gun out.
And he's staring at
I'm
you in
just
the shower.
I'm gonna open my eyes, not even flinch, and be like, "What's up?"
Okay.
That's how I want my response.
Do you think he's staring at you or something? Or
I just think that they would be ready for me to like open my eyes and say, "Hey, this is a situation," and my response is to be level up crazy.
see, if I'm a bad guy, I'm not going to be a bad guy in the movie where I give a 10-minute long monologue before I kill someone. I'm just going to kill you.
They're not going to kill me.
I'm
not looking to get killed. I'm looking at they're going to rob me or something, but I'm going to act crazy.
2 seconds. Chatty Daddies,
Oh,
Nick,
sorry.
JC, Trey, so on and so forth. I walked in, I came in aggressively, and JC responded aggressively, and we started joking about it. I don't know when you hit record and when this started, so we may have this all on there. But
do you think, are there a lot of...
JC said he's starting to respond with aggressive situations in like a bowing up
Right.
situation to make sure his daughter feels protected.
Because Chloe, my daughter, is 10, and the world's a scary place, and she's now getting told things by girls that they see videos and it's spooky.
Right.
And so she said, she's been asking me, if something happens, Papa, are you going to be able to protect me? And my response as a dad, of course, is yes. But I've noticed that in the past, my response to getting spooked is the common response of,
Right.
you flinch, you yell, maybe you step back. I'm trying to be more cognizant of these situations to where if something happens, fists go up and I'm like, what's up? Because I want my daughter to feel safe.
Sure.
And she's noticed it,
Well, okay.
which is good.
I
Even
mean,
in the shower. And so I practice in the shower when I'm doing my hair. Open my eyes, ready.
and so you as you're doing this, so you get to like the last part, you're like, okay, I'm done. You're like, in your head, you go, okay, I need to assume there's going to be somebody there when I open my eyes.
Right.
When I open my eyes, I expect someone's there. Okay, I'm opening my eyes now.
Tough.
Okay, there was no one there.
There
All
was
right,
nobody
good.
there, but I'm ready and I'm not going to go,
Yeah.
ah!
I'm just picturing the home invader watching you shower. Like, are there a lot of
I don't know.
Yeah.
homosexuals that break
Well,
into people's houses
You don't
to
have to
watch
be gay
people
to
shower?
be,
You don't
it
have
might
to
be
be-
a
No,
straight guy.
because
It
I'm
could be a
picturing
woman.
someone
You
watching.
sexist pig. It could
I'm
be a woman.
picturing somebody breaking into a house,
Sure.
waiting to attack until he's
Don't have-
been seen.
I don't think they want to attack. They would just want to make sure that you're not going to do anything. And so that's what I'm picturing. And so what I picture is a guy breaks in, he walks to the shower, and he's like, oh, great. This guy's in the middle of shampooing.
I better wait till he's done with this
Yeah,
conditioner
hang on.
before I attack.
Let me wait. And once he opens his eyes, I'm going to scare him, and then I got the upper hand. But I'm flipping it
He
on
already
him.
has the upper hand.
He doesn't have the upper hand because what would you do if you're a robber and I open my eyes and I go, what's up? You're going to go, holy crap, this guy's crazy. I have a gun and I'm standing here and he didn't even flinch. He said, what's up? I'm probably going to run out.
Yeah.
I don't want anything to do with this wet, slippery guy.
And he has a gun?
Maybe. I don't know. In my head, they don't have a gun.
JC's packing too, Trey.
I almost want to break into his house. Like, I need to call Kinsey and see if I'm allowed to break into his
Let me
house
in the
while
side
he's
door.
showering.
Yeah.
And then so I'll go stand in his bathroom just to see what happens.
Can you give me a heads up, though, to make sure that it's nice and warm
Sure,
in there?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Take the warm shower, not the cold
Yeah,
shower
yeah,
that day.
Yeah.
Oh, can I? That was a crazy way to start this whole thing.
Well, that's how sometimes dads think. That's just my dad brain.
Some dads think.
Yeah,
that.
some guys.
Doing anything to make your daughter feel safe. That's exactly
Yeah.
what you should be doing as a dad. I, last week, got to hear a story that has stuck in my head, and I've thought about it 2 or 3 times a day for the past 7 days since I heard it. And it's a celebrity story, because for the Kid Credit Morning Show, I got to go through all the celebrity stories and all this stuff, see if there's anybody that says anything cool on a late-night talk show or a podcast or whatever. And so for the longest time, my favorite father story from a celebrity was Hugh Jackman talking about his dad whenever he was going to be doing Carnegie Hall for the first time. Doing his
Oklahoma.
He was doing Oklahoma at Carnegie Hall? Okay, so he was doing Oklahoma at Carnegie Hall, and so this was the story that Hugh Jackman was telling Kelly and maybe Ryan at the time.
On the way to coming to New York, I found out that the dress code was not black tie, which I'd told him, but it was business casual. And he's there for 24 hours from Australia. I figured he's come in shorts and like tank top and black tie, right?
Right.
I said, Dad, it's business casual. He said, don't worry about me. So he then said, I'd really love to pick you up at your hotel room and walk you to the stage door at Carnegie Hall.
Oh, my God.
So I said, meet me at 6. So 6 o'clock, there's a knock on the door. I open it up, and there is my father in the hallway of the hotel in full black tie. I'm like, Dad, it is not black tie. Like, no one is wearing black tie, except for the choir. Everyone's going to think you're a baritone, Dad.
Yeah.
He looked me straight in the eye, and he said, Hugh, my son is singing at Carnegie Hall. It is black tie for me.
Oh, my gosh, I got chills. That's so sweet.
The way he says that at the end, I have tears in my eyes right now, and that's my favorite story. And I think about that, like, I want to be the dad that my son tells that story, whether he's the most famous person on the planet or just a random person that he meets or whatever. I want to be a good enough dad for that. Here is a story that I cannot stop thinking about from Matt Damon. He was taking the Colbert questionnaire.
Oh yeah, Colbert just asks like nonsense questions.
Right, and he says that this is like psychologically designed to make sure that we understand you a little bit better, something along those. I don't know how true it is, but at one point, Matt Damon told just like the nicest story about his dad, and based on my kids' ages, this is what's really hitting me right now.
Earliest memory. I remember my crib. I remember my crib, and well, here's a crazy thing. I mean, maybe you can cut this out for time if you want, but this is kind of an amazing thing that happened to me after my father passed away in 2017. About within that year, I had this crazy this dream. He came to me in a dream, and he embraced me, and the feeling that I got was the feeling that I had, which I think is like my first memory, which was the feeling of what it felt like to be held by him. And it was a feeling of such overwhelming protection and love, and it was pre-verbal, right? So I can't even explain what it felt like. All I knew was that he was there and that I was feeling that embrace. And it reminded me that I must have felt that as one of the very first things I was aware of as my kind of consciousness came online.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, here's Colbert trying to ask a silly question.
Yeah.
You get that. That's a deep answer.
Now,
Totally.
Jimmy Kimmel could have gotten to that question if he had time for Matt Damon, all those shows, but he doesn't.
Well, and so, like, I am whenever I'm putting Hudson down for a nap, like, I'll let him, like, kind of drift off a little bit and want to make sure that he's completely asleep. I know that people, whatever, you're supposed to put him down, and
you're
they're half drowsy, whatever. Anyway, so I, like, let him, like, go out, and then I'll hold him, and I'll just, like, scroll on my phone to make sure he's really asleep before I go and set him down. And I am not, I'm in that room, but I'm on TMZ looking for celebrity gossip stories. I'm on CNN, like, just scrolling through my phone for no reason. And since I heard that story last week, I was like, I'm just going to sit here and hold my kid. Like, that's all I'm going to do until I set him down in the crib. So it was a really nice little story for me, and I'm getting tears right now. I don't know why. It's just something about that dad. Matt's dad did not know he was going to be a superstar, like with iconic roles that, like, worldwide known. He had no idea. All he did was he was holding his son the best he could whenever Matt was a little kid. And now Matt is telling that story for the world to hear after his dad passed away. And it just was really, really sweet to me. Like, his dad was just trying to be a good dad, and I just want my kids to be able to tell a story to people and be like, yeah, I knew my dad loved me that much.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I got all choked up again. We do that a lot on this.
I love what's your first memory question to kids.
Yeah.
But I think it's one of those questions that has to be asked by somebody else.
Right.
Like that in that particular, Matt Damon, obviously an adult now, but if your parents ask you, they're going to think of something you want to hear, right?
Right.
But if somebody, a teacher or, I don't know, a counselor, what's your earliest memory?
Yeah.
That's where you're going to get the most truthful answers from kids because they're not looking to please anybody. I want that too, Trey.
Right.
We talk about moments that I asked my kids that question, but they always bring up something fun. But I had my last moment I sang to my son. You know, we talk about lasts because you never know when the last
time is
going to be.
Pick him up and walk him to the bed or anything like that.
So over the last year, I've been keeping track of what the last song is or what the song is that I sing to my son.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was almost like I felt it dying. I knew he's in middle school now. He's not going to sleep at the time I go to sleep. He's going to sleep a little bit later than me now, you know? And so, and I have a rule. I will not sing after 9:00. And both my kids know that. And I haven't sang to my son in 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
It's been like done, maybe 3 months.
Yeah.
It's over. And so I know the last song that I sang my son is the song my parents used to sing to me.
Wow.
And for some reason, it was a song that I haven't played in a long time. But that night, I don't know why, but I played it. I played it. It's a famous Mexican song from Cri Cri, Los Tres Cochinitos. And I played that song. And I will know that that's the last. And I wonder if he knows that. Because I don't think he knows. But I do.
You know, here we are talking about stories about bedtime, and right now, I was just telling my wife the other day that I feel like our kids were like in a really great spot right now, where they're both not extremely needy as they once were. They're both not overly just emotional as they once were.
Yeah.
I'm bad at keeping the timeline. So we're at
so
Davis
my son is 7, my daughter's 5.
Okay.
And right now, how we do bedtime is we just trade off days. One night I put Ellie to sleep. The next night I put Davis to sleep, and vice versa. My wife is doing the opposite as well.
Mm-hmm.
And so Ellie, she's still really not staying in her room unless we just stay and rub her back until she goes to sleep. Sometimes that's 5 minutes. Sometimes it's 10, whatever it is. So I rub her back, and then pretty much every night, my son will come out and say, "Dad, can you come rub my back?" Yeah. And then I go and I lay down in his room. Got what size bed is it? Full-size bed. So there's plenty of room for me to lay down next to him. I rub his back until he goes to sleep. And then on the other nights, I'm already with him and laying down and rubbing his back to go to sleep. So like pretty much right now, every night, I'm rubbing my son's back to go to sleep. And he's 7, and I'm just like, I'm going to do this as long as he's asking me to, as long as I'm got the green light. I'll just sit here and rub his back as much as I can.
Man.
Because we know it's not going to last forever.
Right.
And they get to the point where they're too cool. The one thing, too, and the Matt Damon and the Hugh Jackman stories remind me of, when I hug my son, because he's like 5'9".
He's huge.
He's almost 5. He's the size of an adult.
He's taller than Kinsey.
He's taller than my wife now. And when I hug him, I will not do one of those half-ass side hugs with my son. At night, when I hug him, I embrace that kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I still smell his hair. Because he's not gonna want to hug me like that forever, right? Like you know it's gonna come where he's like, "All right, Dad, get off me, bro." Like, "Oh, my friends around." I hug that dude, and he hugs me, and it's a hug.
I wonder
every night.
Should we adopt the Disney hug rule? Have you guys heard the rule for Disney characters?
What is
it? Cast members. So if you are Cinderella at Disney World and a little kid comes up to hug you, the rule is the cast member, the character, never breaks the hug. They hug as long as the child is giving them a hug.
Challenge accepted.
And now, I have seen some videos online of kids doing this, and it'll be like a 2-year-old hugging Tiana for 2 minutes. It seems kind of long and awkward and stuff, but it's really kind and a sweet thing. You know, the kid is choosing to be touched and also choosing to break that hug. So I wonder if we should do that with our kids too. Like, I'm going to hug you as long as you're going to let me.
Yeah. Yeah. How great for Disney, by the way, to have that rule in place.
That's a cool
nice rule.
I want to adopt
and, you
that.
know, you get kids of all different abilities or disabilities. And, you know, you might have a 20-year-old guy, but they're on the spectrum and they're actually behavior of a 6-year-old or something like that. And they want to hug Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah.
Man,
that's going to make me tear up, too, thinking about that. I'm having some trouble, I think.
Can I?
You're entering the very emo
what's
dad
going on,
stage.
Trey?
I don't
are
know,
you
man.
sleeping? Are you getting your vitamins?
I got to tell you, two is a lot more work than just the one.
Really?
I bragged on here. I was like, I'm a 10 out of 10 best dad that's ever been born. I'm tied for best dad, if not the actual best dad. And 2, I'm middling at best.
I think you're all right.
It's
I
normal.
think you're okay.
I'm doing fine. They're still alive. They laugh every day. Oh, boy. Well, you know what? It's really nice for like Matt Damon and Hugh Jackman to be able to tell those great stories about their childhood and about coming up to being a famous person on national television. But not all of us have that luxury. But we do all have parents. We do all have a story to tell. And Storyworth gets you to put down some of those great stories on paper. I mean, there are stories from like my dad, my grandfather, that I never get tired of hearing of.
Yeah.
And I know there's tons out there that I haven't heard. So from hilarious to heartfelt, tear-jerking to plot twists, retelling those events always bring joy. And so just in time for Mother's Day, there is a gift that captures all of the stories from your loved family member, and it's called Storyworth. Storyworth helps you preserve those precious memories and stories from your grandmother, your mom, whoever, for years to come.
So here's how it works. Each week, Storyworth emails your loved one a thought-provoking question that you get to help pick. So it's based on the stories that you want to hear over and over again that you can pass on for generations.
And so after a year of this, remember, they send you a question every week. After a year of this, Storyworth compiles all of your loved one's stories and photos into a beautiful book that you can have forever. Isn't that wonderful?
So cool.
What a great idea. Because if you're hearing about your grandmother's favorite memory of her and her mother, well, now there's also a picture of your grandmother with her mother, when your grandma was 4 or something like that. Yeah. It's really, really cool.
People love it. There's more than 25,000 five-star reviews on Trustpilot. There are millions of stories preserved since they were founded over 10 years ago. Give all the moms in your life a unique, heartfelt gift you'll all cherish for years. Storyworth, right now, save $10 on your first purchase when you go to storyworth.com/daddies. That's storyworth.com/daddies to save $10 on your first purchase, and you won't regret it.
Okay, so right now I'm trying to get with all of my son's friends and their parents and saying, like, let's put off having a cell phone for as long as possible.
Yeah.
I don't want to be the guy that gets I don't want to be the parent who's the first to get their kids a cell phone, because then the other kids have to follow. But anyways, whenever that time comes, and it is time to get your kid a cell phone of their own, check out Mint Mobile. Because we all know, after having cell phones for years, that we feel like we're probably getting ripped off by a lot of these cell phone companies, and a lot of things are really overpriced. And Mint Mobile is not going to do that, because you can get, for a limited time, all Mint Mobile wireless plans are just $15 a month when you purchase a 3-month plan. So what's the catch? There isn't one.
No
There's
catch.
not a catch.
Love it.
Mint Mobile's secret sauce is that they sell wireless service online, so you're not going to a store. They don't have to pay for rent at a big office complex or anything like that. It's all online, so that cuts out so much of the costs.
Well, I'm throwing my cell phone from my big provider in the trash right now.
No.
Oh,
Trey. You could use your own phone and bring it over to Mint Mobile, and you could keep your phone number as well, Trey, which is also one thing. Yeah, Trey threw it in the
Trey
trash.
actually threw it in the
There's
trash.
pasta sauce.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, that's a bad move. And by the way, Mint Mobile is it's got high-speed data with unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network. And again, you get to keep your phone number if you switch to Mint Mobile.
So get this new customer offer and your 3-month unlimited wireless plan for just $15 a month by going to mintmobile.com/daddies. That's mintmobile.com/daddies, and cut your wireless bill to just $15 a month at mintmobile.com/daddies. $45 upfront payment required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Speeds slower, above 40 gigabytes on an unlimited plan. Additional taxes, fees, and restrictions apply. See mintmobile.com for details.
And clap it up for Trey going full in on that bit and throwing his phone away into grease, I believe, and pasta salad.
I think now it's barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce. There you go.
So
it smells pretty good.
I do want to know if I'm overdoing my rewards for my son. We're in sports right now.
Oh, is he kicking
We are
butt?
playing baseball. We are playing football. And when I was a kid, I was not good at sports. So my dad felt very comfortable offering me, hey, $1 a play. Whatever you're doing, you get $1.
Right.
And right, like this past weekend, my son made $5. He got 4 hits at baseball.
Dang.
And then he did, he plays touch football, and he got a tackle. He touched a kid and it stopped the play.
Yeah.
He got $5. Is that the right amount? Is that not enough? Is that too much? $1 a play, $1 a hit?
Interesting.
$1, like if he caught the baseball and got an out, that's $1.
Wait, did you say that you did this just because you want him to be interested?
Yeah,
you want
just
him to try?
to give him more incentive, just to have
Yeah.
fun
Yeah.
and to stay into the game and
That's-
paying attention and trying a little extra harder, maybe.
I mean, I did the same thing when Kason was starting to play
Yeah.
sports. I would tell him because he was playing flag football. I told him a flag pool. I think what was it, about $1, and I said if he scored a touchdown, $5.
Whoa! All right.
I mean, a touchdown is a lot.
That's a
more
big deal.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
And I mean, there was one game where I think he scored 3, which I was like, "Can you
Great.
guys stop giving him the ball?" This
Okay.
game. They'd be like, he's getting
You're
a little
calling the
crazy.
plays, coach.
Yeah, what are you doing, coach?
I was like, please stop. But I think it's good. It does keep their head in the game.
Yeah.
It does make them be more aware of what's going on instead of dozing off. Because
Sure.
that happens when you're like 7 years old. Yeah, it's cool. The game started. Okay, I'm done.
Mhm.
5 minutes in.
Yeah, barely paying attention. out on the
Barely
field.
paying attention.
Here's my I don't know. This is my novice. I'm the amateur, the youngest one here with the youngest kids. In my head, I think that if I've got to pay him to do it, he doesn't really want to do it. Like my reward system comes from like when you clean up and do stuff that I know that he doesn't want to do.
Right.
So then whenever you have to, if I'm like, hey, Quaid, let me give you some money to go do, what does he really like doing right now? To go and just say play soccer. I feel like that means he doesn't like it enough, and I don't know
Yeah.
that he should be doing it.
Like,
That's my first thought.
He needs external motivation
right,
to do this.
then he may not really care that much about. Like if we're halfway through the season or whatever, I'm like, all right, man, let's just get through this. That makes sense. But what I don't know what the reward system is doing. Does everybody do the reward system to
I
get
don't
their
know.
head out of the
Not
field?
everyone.
I mean, I'll see kids, even nowadays, I'll see kids when they catch, we're playing 7-on-7, and they're in 6th grade. And I'll see a kid catch a ball, and then he looks up in the stands and holds up the
that's
one.
what I do.
And so, okay, that's one. I'm like, what's this kid doing? Maybe, what's up, Mom? One. Then he caught another one, and he put 2. And I'm like, oh, this kid's getting rewards
He's
per
getting
catch.
money.
Okay.
So he's getting money.
See, I'm okay with it because I'm also teaching budgeting and money. Because then
Smart.
yesterday we go to the sporting goods store because he just got $5. Now he has like $16.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whoa.
So he wants to go spend it immediately when he gets it, and there's nothing there that's
is
unless it's like a pack of gum or some
Right.
sunflower seeds. There is nothing that he can't get a hat, he can't get a shirt, he's not getting batting gloves, he can't get anything.
Gotta keep
So
working.
We go look at Dick's Sporting Goods for 45 minutes, and he can't get anything. Like, yeah,
So what do
sorry.
you walk away with? Anything?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Really? Oh,
You don't
Just
have enough
teaching
money.
him- yeah,
Yeah.
you just got to save it for something
Right.
else.
The what I will say is I think we're a goal-driven society.
Yeah.
As kids, we set goals. My goal in class is to get an A or a B, right? And I get my accomplishment, and I'm typically going to be rewarded. Your parents are going to take you to get ice cream if you do that.
Yeah.
They might not say it, but you get rewarded. I think in sports, you can do those same type of things. They do it in the NFL and Major League Baseball. They give bonus incentives.
Yeah.
You got a contract,
Mhm.
and if you do this, buddy, you get a little bit more. That's why I do it. I'm giving my kid a goal to achieve during the game.
Yeah.
So now, like when he's in tackle and he's playing defense, 4 tackles, that's your goal, and this is your incentive for it. And now it's like V-Bucks or whatever.
Right.
So he's going into the game and he's driving for something. He's pushing for 4 tackles or
Right.
whatever it is. I'm giving him goals. I'm not telling him, okay, you don't want to do this, so I'm gonna make you want to do this.
Right.
I'm giving it so that he has something to fight for and to go towards.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay.
Is it
so-
wrong? I don't know. Maybe
Yeah, I don't
a
know.
child psychologist could tell me I've
Right.
been doing it wrong and my
And
bad.
I'm
but-
just continuing to spoil my
Right.
child.
I'm not saying you are.
Yeah, yeah.
doing that. I was like, interesting. I would think that if Quaid was like, I don't want to do it. I'm like, well, I'll give you a cake. I'll give you cake if you go out there.
Yeah.
Like that feels like he just doesn't want to do it. And
Sure.
he likes cake, so we should do something like bake cakes.
Or is that
Not-
going to teach him to later down the road be like, yeah, I'll clean my room if you give me $1?
Exactly. I don't know. It was just
Yeah.
trying to be contrarian. I
How's the
suppose.
Huskies doing, Trey?
They're doing terrible. Lost like 25-0 last week.
No.
Oh my god, there was a ringer kid, but that's not that. you had
A ringer.
You had a second part. I love doing it. I just don't like when where it's like it's a 4 and under. So they can be 4 years, 364
Yeah,
days.
yeah.
And some of my kiddos are just had just turned 3 when the season started. So there was every once in a while, there's a kid out there that's able to turn on a dime and pass the ball exactly to who the coach told him to pass it to. And this one kid kicked a one-timer in this past weekend. So I was just like, I don't know what I can't do anything about this. Let's
You're
just get
fine.
this game over.
I
kids.
think you're all right.
The back to your
It gets better,
second,
dude.
second part of your question was, is that enough? $1 per
Oh,
play.
yeah. Because I was making $1 when I was a kid. I'm clearly not keeping up with inflation right now.
I
Clearly
think you're
not.
fine. You're not trying to make him a millionaire playing touch
right,
football.
right? But do you? At what point? How many times does he got to? How many games does he have to play to get to a reasonable gift? A reasonable?
Yeah, I don't
thing
know.
to think
I
and
mean, if he probably bats
yeah,
3 times a game, maybe
Right.
on average.
he'll never
So that's
get anything.
$3.
$1.
If you get 1 or 2 touches in football, there's $2. So maybe at most he's going to be making $5
Okay.
a weekend at most.
So then by the end of the week, you got $20. You can buy yourself.
I don't know. He could probably buy a Lego set,
Okay.
or he could buy, gosh, I don't know, a hat,
Wow.
a hat or a shirt. He really likes jerseys, and dude, jerseys
Are
are
expensive.
so
So-
expensive.
yeah.
So he really likes. I mean, he wears a different team's jersey every day of the week.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
probably save up for a jersey.
How'd you end up with like a super sports fan?
I don't know, dude. And he's still trying to figure out what he really likes, because he'll wear his Cowboy jersey, and the next day he'll wear his Seahawks jersey.
Right.
It's
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Who are you rooting for?
That's
and,
all right.
and he loves the Aggies and the Baylor Bears. That's where his parents went. But then yesterday when we were at Dick's and he was shopping around, he really wanted something about TCU.
Okay.
I said, okay, great.
Purple.
That jersey you're looking at that youth jersey is $89. Like, I'm not
Wow.
going to get that for you.
How about taxes? Have you had?
I
have you
haven't
had to throw in
explained that
taxes
yet.
Do you?
Uh-uh.
Are you willing to pay the tax for him if he's got something?
I will.
If he's
would.
$15.99, he's like, I want to have it.
You'll
I will.
cover
Let's
the
get it,
taxes?
man.
I think
Okay.
last time we were at Dick's and he had a little bit of money, he got the basketball hoop that hangs over a door.
Love it.
Like little thing.
Yeah,
it was,
yeah.
He had like $10. It was 12. So I'll pay.
Right.
Yeah, pay up.
I had to have a conversation with my son because he's 12. And what did we like doing in middle school? We liked our parents dropping us off at the mall.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
So we could just walk
Just
around and look at the windows and maybe buy a cookie.
Go get a cookie or an icy or something.
Right. And so yesterday, Kaysen goes, hey, can you drop me off at the mall? I want to meet up with my friend. And I said, okay, I could drop you off at the mall. How long are you going to be there? An hour. I said, what are you trying to do out there? He goes, I just want to go shopping.
Cruise for chicks.
And I said, okay, we'll take off here in 5 minutes. He comes down with his bag of all the money he's gotten for Christmas and his birthday. And it's I don't even know what it's like a coin purse. I don't know how
Okay.
to describe it. But it's,
I was
it's
picturing like a burlap sack with a big green S. with a
Kinda,
line
kinda.
on it.
I mean,
okay.
it screams, I got a ton of money in here.
Yeah.
And I go, Kaysen, what are you doing? And he goes, well, it's my money. And I said, I know it's your money. Do you have a wallet, perhaps? And he goes, no, I do, but I don't know where it's at. And I said, well, find it. Because you can't show up to the mall with a bag that literally screams, I have a ton of money in it.
Oh, my gosh.
Because there's bad people out there. I'm trying to teach you. Or you could lose it and all your money's gone. Like, if you're going to lose something, at least lose 10% of it.
Right.
Don't lose 100% of it.
Yeah.
I said, how much money do you have in there? And he tells me, and I said, absolutely not. You're absolutely not going to go to the mall with that much money. And he goes, well, how much?
We're going to the bank.
Yeah, I'm like, well, how much do I need? And I go, $20?
Yeah.
That's a good 30.
Uh-huh.
And he goes, fine. And he takes it out, and now he's just holding it in his hand.
Just wadded up money.
Wadded up money and sticks it in his, doesn't want to find the wallet or anything.
Mm-mm.
But I'm scared to release this guy in the wild.
It's going to be a learning lesson when he gets his phone out of his pocket and all the money blows away.
Because I remember I got my money taken when I was a kid because I was an idiot and I took all my money to the mall and I lost it, all of it. It was devastating. So I'm trying to teach him financial responsibility. Keep your savings here and bring a little bit over there. And he doesn't get that.
Do you guys remember what you would save your money for at the mall as a kid? Because
Oh.
I vividly remember saving my money up for different CDs. Like, okay, I got to get
Definitely.
$15 to go to the Virgin CD store and get something. And then I also remember saving up for Doc Martens.
Whoa.
Those took a long time
yeah.
because I wanted Doc Marten sandals and Doc Marten boots.
Whoa.
Those are each like $110.
Man, mine was the same thing every year. And I didn't know until I became older that I was getting it way after everybody else. But I always saved. Every year, I saved my money all year long to buy Madden, the video game.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I would end up having enough money by like December. And I was probably about 17 years old when I realized that game would come out around August.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I always wondered, I'm like, how come all my friends are all like really good at this game when I finally get it? Like they'd come over to my house and like beat the crap out of me. And it's because they've had it since August.
Yeah, and it's like, man, but joke's on them because I got it for $30 less than they did.
Yeah.
It's already been marked down.
I'm like, why is it for sale for like $39? This is great.
Well, I can buy an opened one already?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I could use the rest of the money to buy like a shirt or something.
Sure.
I'm trying to think of what I saved. I remember saving up to get a system for my car. Like get the
like some subwoofers
the
and stuff?
subwoofers and get the aftermarket CD player.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
How big were those subwoofers?
Oh, they were 10s.
Yeah?
They weren't 12s. They were 10s. I believe they were Kongs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I had 2 10s.
Man, back in the day, remember when you take your radio off? The
Yeah,
face,
yeah, yeah.
The
Oh,
face
the
plate.
face for
Nobody
sure.
would- you could take it inside so nobody steals your radio.
We had ours was stolen once in my
Really?
car, yeah.
Now you got to take it out.
Terrible.
If
Bummer.
you don't take it out, it gets taken. Man, that Pioneer one was cool. It had a little race car on that.
Yes, I had a friend that had the race car.
Oh, that was cool. I never had that one, but it was really
Mhm.
cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice. Well, now next week we'll dive into more fatherly advice.
Sure will.
We'll dive into other stories. We might even tear up again, if I know us.
Let's
Hug
see
your
if we
kids.
can do it sooner in the podcast.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do it before the
First
first
word.
3
Come
minutes.
in. We're crying already when we come in.
But definitely hug your kids, man.
For sure.
Yeah.
Speaking from a guy whose kids I don't have that much time left with them. Hug them.
You got a lot.
Hard.
You got a lot of good
Casey's
stuff coming.
12. I got 6 years left with that kid in my
That's
house.
right. Good 6 years. That's 33%, my friend.
It is.
All right. Well, I'm Trey.
I'm Nick.
I'm JC.
And remember,
Stand up straight.
The Chatty Daddies Podcast.